Cell phone running slow and acting up. Okay, it might need some help. Tech mom Melissa Swadowski has some tips on how to get it back in shape. And I'll tell you something, there's nothing more frustrating than, because we're the instant gratification society now, when my phone is slow,
yes,
I want to throw it.
You see the little dial just keep going.
It drives me crazy. Okay, what do we do to speed things up?
Okay, I want to start with simple, basic things. Clean your phone. Take the case off, clean out the dust, clean it. It's just like anything.
The makeup and the grime that's
and
all
I have
stuck
that
in the,
exactly. Clean that off because it will. Your phone's going to know the difference. It's just like a computer. You got to clean it out. Reboot. Reboot at least once a day. Just power. It's easy. Power start.
Really, at
refresh.
least once a day.
At least once a day, because to be a little blunt, it gets constipated. It wants to be flushed out. So that's the easiest way to do it, is you reboot it. Another good thing to do, clear the cache. Now, we were just discussing, I have an Android, so...
And I have an
iPhone. Now, for Android, you go to Settings, and it's going to have Applications Manager, and then it's going to show you what you have as far as apps. You have to make sure you get to the running apps, and you need to say to it, how much space are you taking up on my phone?
Oh, clear out the apps, you know, and
that's it right there.
Yeah.
If you want to keep it, that's great. That's fine. Clear your cache. That's 3.5 megs that I just unleashed to allow my phone to run, to breathe easier.
So you basically are shutting off the
No,
the
you
app.
don't shut it off,
No?
but it's the same way when you browse on your computer and you have that history and you have all the cookies. Well, if you haven't been to a particular site in 2 weeks, you don't need to have that cache on there anymore.
Yeah,
you don't need to be
clear
able
the
to
history.
Exactly. If you were just looking up if you were just Googling directions to somewhere, just get rid of it. You don't need that anymore.
Okay, and the reason I was asking clear cache, which is C-A-C-H-E, because I don't know that it says that on an iPhone.
Okay, I think on an iPhone, you're right, it does. iPhone is, you go to Settings, you go to Safari, or whatever your chosen browser is, you clear the history, and then you clear the cookies.
Okay.
Same thing.
Okay.
Same language. So you always have the Task Manager. Now, there are apps that will do it for you. But again,
another app.
One more app to put on your phone. Exactly. Another thing you just mentioned, kill the background apps. If you have a game on there that you thought would be really fun and you haven't played in 6 months.
I just did that. Or something that you downloaded for the kids to keep them busy for a minute.
Yes, exactly.
And they're really never going to use it again, at least on your phone.
Exactly.
Get rid of it.
Well, and because I download a lot of apps to try and test for people. And I don't need them anymore, especially the hookup apps. I don't need those anymore. So need those.
Really? Well, let's talk about that. Yeah. That's far more interesting than cleaning up your phone.
You mentioned, but on an iPhone, it's Settings, General Usage. So that one's pretty easy to find. Another thing is app updates. I know it sounds redundant to tell you keep up with your updates, but it matters. You were just talking about your OS. Keep up with your firmware. Keep up with your updates, because that's what keeps your phone running at a pace. And if you're 3 updates behind what's current, same thing. If you're using a browser from 2005, it won't ever clear enough for you. And also decide if you want manual or automatic. A lot of my apps are set to go automatic updates, and suddenly I'm downloading 10 updates all at once.
Well, and it's like always right when you need to use your phone. You're like, wait, stop.
And so you can't get on the internet. You're exactly right. So you can go in there and tell it, don't do that. I'll tell you when I want to update.
Yeah,
or you
I'm
tell
the
me
boss
it's ready.
of you, phone. I'll tell you when I'm ready for you to.
Some days it's hard to tell. Delete. Delete old text, old messages, videos. I know these things are precious to us, and I know people love to carry around 1,000 photos on their phone.
Yeah.
But that's going to slow you down.
Yeah.
And every videos are the worst. Every video you have on there is just going to hog up that much more memory. So either download it onto a computer or a flash drive or something, or just delete it. And movies.
But delete your text, delete your call log, your missed calls. Just get rid of all those.
Just get rid of it.
Clean out your voicemail box. I get so much crap for that from everyone because I tend to let my messages build up.
It is, and it's hard to keep up sometimes. But you're right, and we don't think that makes a difference because we want to imagine there's a huge universe out there holding our stuff for us. But when there's 300 million of us holding our stuff,
it makes a difference.
It does. I would also recommend, and this one is not everybody likes, turn off your location and your GPS services, because the effort that the phone is using to track where you are every single step you take is burning up the memory that you could be using for your apps, for your phone calls.
And you
for your
really
texts.
only need that if you're getting on social media and you want to tag your location or something, right?
Or if you're mapping. Now, if you need directions to something, obviously, and that's the beauty of it, is you can turn it on case by case. You don't have to have it the whole time.
Okay.
And the one other thing I would tell you is this summer, it's just like your puppies and your kids and everything else. Don't leave your phone in your car.
I've done that before, and I get the symbol that says it's overheated.
The heat warning.
Yes.
And you'll destroy your battery. You'll get battery leakage. All of that is going to hurt your phone. And you don't want to do that because you don't want to have to buy a new phone just for that sake. So that is something you need to consider. And if nothing else, at least turn off your Bluetooth, your Wi-Fi, and at least let it cool down.
My kids taught me how to do that.
Go
to your kids. If you don't know how to do something, I promise you they do.
It's true.
All right, Melissa, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Melissa's blog, by the way, is called Home on Deranged. I love that. We'll be right back. That's like it is around here.
Yeah.
More broadcast when we return.